All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elected nation of Israel. And this is going to be a lesson on this whole women and men dynamic that we found in this world that we're living in, man, in this wicked ass society that we're living in, and how women are always trying to escape their role, right? But then they never think that there's ever excuse that men should have to escape their role, right? And you've got women in this world that they'll say, oh, if me and my man are making the same amount of money, right? Or if we're both, not even that necessarily sometimes they'll just say if we're both working, right? We're both working, then I shouldn't have to cook for him or whatever, or I shouldn't have to clean for him. And if they want to think that, that's fine. But they think that because they're making money now or whatever, and even some men say this in defense of women, right? Even some men will say, yeah, a man shouldn't be trying to ask his woman to make him no food or nothing like that if they're both working. If he ain't been able to take care of every single thing in her life, then he ain't got no business expecting her to do anything for him. And some guys will even go so far as to say that their dad shouldn't have said that to their mom, as if that's any of their business, right? Some people even go so far as to say that. But then what I want to know is, when in the world is it ever a time when a man should have to not do his role and portion? Then if a woman can escape having to do her portion or the things that are normally expected of her to do by just working or by having a job or by making her own money now, well then when is it that a man can escape what he's expected to do? If a man starts cooking and cleaning in his household, then does the woman have to take on some man things in the relationship? If a couple's now both of them work, right, but then the man starts cooking and cleaning and the woman doesn't have to anymore, what does the woman now have to take on that the man would normally have to do? And this is where you start to notice the hypocrisy of this world and how some women have got some of you men out there in this world that are actually high earning men doing good in this world. They've got you well trained, man, because you say the same things that women say. You try and put the same burdens on men that women put on them. And if you was to be honest, some of the women that are your friends in this world and some of the women that have made you realize how wicked women are, they're your friends. They're your so-called, which women and men ain't friends really anyway, but there's some of your so-called female friends, cousins, and that. Some of them are even your own moms. If you was keeping it around 100 around here, man. Some of them are your own moms, mate. And they've made you realize how wicked women are. But at the same time, you put the same standard on men that women put on men, right? But then here's the thing. You are above a certain standard of man. And them same women that try and put this lot, say that the man that, that the man that ain't got this and that amount of money and all this, shouldn't expect this and shouldn't expect that. You're a man that does meet that qualification and is above it. And them same women don't want you to have it neither. You understand? Them same women that say that a man that doesn't make this amount of money and isn't this height, oh, you're not that guy and all of that. They'll be like, oh, he shouldn't be able to even be thinking about having multiple wives. He should be worried about just having one woman. He shouldn't even be thinking about no multiple wives because he needs to get his money together first. Them same women that say that kind of stuff, they don't ever look in the mirror and be like, you know what? I'm fat as hell. And I need to lose some damn weight. And shouldn't be even talking about no one's appearance when I've got another human's hair in my head. Trying to front like that's what my hair really looks like. They don't ever look inwardly and think that though. But the men will look inwardly and be like, you know what, men that don't meet this, they will even agree. But when the women ever have to take on men things based on what men have did, if men start cooking and cleaning, because men can cook, Let's not make no mistakes about it. Men can cook better than women, really. Some of the best chefs in this world, the major chefs in this world, the ones that everyone knows about, they're men. Some of the people that make all these cleaning products that women don't so desperately don't want to use to clean their houses. Some of the men that made the cleaning product, most of the cleaning products, if we was to look it up, I guarantee that it was made by men. Washing machines, dishwashers, all of these things, they're made by men and they're maintained by men. So if men start cooking and cleaning now and doing the things that are normally expected of a woman, are women now expected to build train lines and become plumbers and become electricians and become construction workers and all of these hard graft labours? Oh, nah, they're not expected to do that, are they? There's never a time where anyone ever says because a man's did a thing that a woman normally does, that the woman has to pick up a man portion. There's never a time when no one ever says that. And I'm personally sick and tired of the hypocrisy, man. And in this lesson, I'm going to show that a lot of you women are going to really get the surprise of your lifetime, man. When you actually realize that you don't even meet the standard that you're running your mouth, but you ain't of a high level yourself. First Ezra chapter 4 and verse 27. In fact, verse 26. Yea, many there be that have run out of their wits for women and become servants for their sakes. And some of these men that are actually higher earning men, they might own a couple of restaurants and different kind of things. They might be big in the fitness world. They might have their own businesses. They say the same talking points that women say to men. Oh, you shouldn't even be thinking about talking about no multiple wives. You shouldn't be thinking about this and that. You're worried about a woman taking money from you that you don't have, but you've got the money though, don't you, brother? You, Mr. I'm gonna bun out men that don't have this, and you've got the amount of money though. Do these same women say that you can't have multiple wives? Yeah, they do. So don't fall for these women's tricks of believing what they're saying that you are supposed to have. Because they never say to their own self, I'm fat as hell right now. I should probably watch my mouth when I'm talking and not be thinking that I deserve some so-called high-value man that makes this amount of money, and I deserve for him to, when he first barely even knows me, he met me on the street or met me online and asked me if I wanted a date, and because he asked me if I want a date, so now he's got to pay for everything. He's got and the date better be $500 for my meal, even though he don't know me from nowhere. He just liked what I looked like one time. But then the only one that's part of the reason why I might have agreed to go on a date with him is because I liked what he looked like. So, but he has to pay. Like, you, mate, watch, man. Like when it really goes down, even these men that are normally defend you women, not even knowing that they're doing it some of the time, or not thinking that they're defending you women, they're gonna not be alive anymore, man. Yahweh's gonna get rid of that element that makes you women feel like what you've been doing is okay. He's gonna remove it from the earth, man. So men that are like that right now, you better change your ways. Because you're part of the prophecy of women that are their helpers. But he says that the women are gonna mourn having no helpers. So you better stop helping them like how you've been helping them, man. Helping them escape accountability for what they're doing that's wrong, man. First Ezra chapter 4 and verse 27. Many also have perished and erred and sinned for women. And a lot of you guys are sinning for women. Some of you man are lying on Yahweh Bar Shem Yahushai, bearing false witness on Yahweh's laws for women. Oh, men are supposed to be with only one wife. You're a lying bastard, right? If you say that, you're a lying N-word nigger, man. That's a fucking lie. Now, if you want to say that you don't think that men should be trying to do it if they don't have a certain amount of finances, I can rock with that. But in this world, they don't even say that a man that has got a certain amount of finances should have it. And then how do you then calculate what amount of finances a man's supposed to have in order to have the multiple wives? Because I've never seen that in the scriptures, that there's a certain amount of money that a man has to make first before he can have multiple wives. I never seen that. There's not no like wage limit that he has to make before he can have multiple wives. I never seen that personally. Because if it was to leave it up to what women say that a man's supposed to have to do, to have multiple wives, you'd never have any. Because a woman would think, well, okay, I got with this guy when he's a millionaire, and everything he's been getting me and doing with me in his lifetime is fine, and I'm happy with that. But now he's talking about some multiple wives thing. So I'm not about to losing anything what I've been having in my life. And then if the man was to go out and then somehow find, and now he's making 20 million a year, she'd not be like, okay, well, everything that he was doing for me is now fine. I don't care if he goes and gets the multiple wives. She'd now be looking at that extra 19 million that he's got, wanting more. And now she'd want some 19 million pounds more extra lifestyle, man. She ain't gonna think, oh well, he's did this and he's been doing all of this for me that's making my life clean, like peaceful. And I don't have to work, I don't have to do this. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna find him a wife. Because while he's out working, I'm gonna go out and find him a wife that I know that he likes, because I know him. And I've been watching my man. And I know exactly what kind of woman he wants. And you know what? I know exactly where to find her. And I'm going to arrange, and I'm going to ask her if she wants to be my husband's wife. You think any of these women in this world are going to ever do that? Yeah, right, man. But they're quick to tell a man, oh, if I'm working as well. Not even if they're making bare money. If they're just working, then I shouldn't have to cook and clean. And then it will be a man that actually does the work and meets the wage requirements a lot of the time that women say they want, that he'll also agree with that standard, right? But then when is it ever that a man has the right then in this world, what people think, to not do some of the men things? When is it that a man doesn't have to defend his family if some shit goes down? Is there ever a time where, oh, I cooked and cleaned this week, so you see that robber that's at the front door trying to break in, you've got to handle him tonight, love, because I cooked and cleaned. I cooked a casserole last night, so and I washed all the dishes. Yeah, I put the fairy liquid on there. I got the scourer and I scrubbed it, swizzled it round, and it's spotless. Yeah, I mopped the floors. I vacuumed the carpets. Right, I used a feather duster. I know all the things. I made sure that the cutlery ain't got no stains on it whatsoever, and all the cups. And I rinsed and I drained them. So you've got to fight the burglar tonight, love. Yeah? And in fact, some things are broke downstairs as well, and they're heavy as hell. And you've got to carry them tonight, love, because I cooked and cleaned last night. Is anyone ever saying that a man should have to do that? No, they don't. They never say that. They never say that, man. Men have run out of their wits for women in this world. And they've become servants for their sakes, and have sinned for women. Because part of the reason why men are saying that men, them IUIC mans, oh, a man's got to have one wife, mate. You're a liar, and you're being a demon, and you're bearing false witness on your Howard's law. Why aren't you scared to do that? If a woman's got a problem with a man, with it being in the laws of God, that a man can have multiple wives, whether she's got a problem of it being now, or whether she's got a problem of it being in the kingdom, who cares, man? If she's got a problem that's even written in there, not even that men are doing it, she's just got a problem that is written in there, she's a demon, and she don't belong nowhere near this doctrine, man. Kick rocks and go be a Christian. Simple as that. Yeah? Kick rocks and go be in this world and do whatever you're doing in this world then. Because the Bible says a man can have multiple wives. The Bible, Yahweh said that a man can have multiple wives. And it wouldn't matter, mate. Like, what are you people talking about? You're liars. But then men in the world even try and put that on men. And I'm thinking, why are you doing that for? Why are you lying to try and defend some women's honor that don't even have any honor? Because they don't say, none of them women that would see you working hard every single day. Even the women that pretend like they're you man's friends out there in this world, some of you guys out there in the world, they pretend that they're your friend. They don't think that you should have multiple wives neither. Didn't one female comedian, one Evite, bait out that Shaquille O'Neal had 4 Edomite women? And why was she doing that? Was she doing it because she was like, oh, wow, this is really good that he's doing it? No, she was doing it because she was jealous that he was able to do it, man. That's why she was doing it, because she was being a Eve demon. All up in his business, man. I mean, he should have never invited a demon like that into his house anyway, man. Because Eve's a jealous scumbag, bro. that runs her mouth all the time and always is quick to try and point out what men shouldn't be doing and thinks that just because she's made some money, that she's now the top value woman. Look in the mirror, yeah. And while you're looking in the mirror, step on a scale too. Step on a scale, right? And then go on the internet and type in BMI for my height, and you're gonna see that it's in the red zone, mate. Most of you so-called black women out there. And in fact, let's not even be mean to Eve too much. Most women out there, man, they're fat, man. And I'm saying that as somebody that's not even in the best shape myself right now. But most women are fat as hell in this world, man. Let's not lie and start making excuses. And the average Israelite woman, the average so-called black woman, they're way too damn much. And most of them, they don't have their own hair in their head. Now, if we're lying, then we're gonna start saying, oh, but the other nations of women have hair extensions in their hair. Okay. But the average black woman has a weave in their hair, most of them, man. Or when they're trying to fake like they're being righteous and having a head wrap on, they've got a head wrap on their head because they don't have no hair underneath. And if they found themselves ever with long hair, if they had long hair, they wouldn't be doing that head wrap stuff. A lot of them have their head wrap thing on because it's a laziness that they don't want to look after their own hair, man. A lot of women say, "Oh, I only do makeup for I only do put makeup on for myself." But when they're at home with their man, they don't look like that. They're just lying, bro. And men allow them to get away with the lies a lot of the time. And then just try and put men need to stop the hatred of women thing. Mate, do women need to stop anything in life? Can we live once down here, bro? Because as far as I've seen the evidence, no, we can't live once down here. And then some mans are even trying to make us not be able to live in the kingdom. Oh, in the kingdom, brother, you only allow one wife, brother. So, okay, let me get this straight, fam. I'm going to be immortal, yeah? I'm going to eventually live to 9 billion years old. And I'm only going to be able to have one child a year. Yeah, right. No thanks. I don't believe that doctrine, mate. That kingdom sounds trash. To be honest with you, an immortal with one wife. What the hell kind of stuff is that? What are you on about? When men weren't even immortal, they had multiple wives. Doesn't it say in the kingdom that Yahweh is gonna multiply us above our fathers? Well, our forefathers had multiple wives. So if we're gonna be multiplied above that level, then you know what? Let me get it, man. Because I get annoyed when people try and lie on the Lord, man. People try and lie on Yahweh Bar Shem. Who are you to try and change the law, man? Who do you think you are? Why are you trying to come around and change the law? Why? Why are you doing that for? Why? Amos chapter 9. Amos chapter, where is that, man? Where is it that multiply thee above thy fathers? Okay. Well, I'll get this scripture. Amos chapter 9 and verse 11. In that day will I rise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen. So the kingdom of David is going to be risen up, right? That fell. And close up the breaches thereof. And I will raise up his ruins and I will build it as in the days of old. So even if we was to just go based on this scripture alone, the kingdom of heaven is going to be like what it was like in the past, at least. In the past, did King David have multiple wives? Yes, he did. So then some guys might say, yeah, but you ain't King David. Okay, I'm not King David. I'm not. You're like, you got me. You got me, fam. Here it is. I thought I was. No, obviously I didn't. But are you, man, going to try and think you can try and tell King David then, when he returns, like it says he's going to in prophecy, right? Oh, you're only allowed one wife, King David. I don't think you're going to say that. But then wouldn't it be hypocrisy, according to the law, if King David now can have multiple wives because he's rich? But doesn't it say in the scriptures that apart from when there's no poor among you? Meaning that there's going to come a time where there ain't no poor among us? Let's prove it. Deuteronomy chapter 15 and verse 4. Save when there shall be no poor among you, for Yahweh shall greatly bless thee in the land which Yahweh thy power giveth thee for inheritance to possess it. So there's gonna come a time where there's not such thing as a poor Israelite. So can we have multiple wives then? Like, what are you talking? Like, some of you guys, man, you try and chop up and change up Yahweh's laws to soothe some wicked women's heart. Forget them. If they've got a problem with Yahweh's laws, that's their problem, man. Because notice how none of them have a problem with a man having to take care of a woman. None of them ever have a problem with that part, do they? They never have a problem with the parts where the man's expected to do anything for the woman. They always know, Satan always guides them to those scriptures, slivers through and finds them a scripture for that. They always know how to get that scripture. But whenever it comes to Proverbs 31, everyone wants to try and reach and teach. But they don't ever want to teach Proverbs 31, do they? They don't ever tell women, shut your mouth. Proverbs 31 it off. They don't ever tell them that. They don't ever say, pull up on women, are you Proverbs 31 in? Oh, shut your mouth then. But they're quick to tell a man, you don't ever make no money. So you shouldn't even be thinking about no multiple. You need to be thinking about a job, Nilla. All right. And then after he's got that job, Nilla, then what does he have to do, Nilla? My ninja. What should he do then? What if he goes from being poor to being rich? Because there's one of these red pill guys that he said that he went from being in his aunt's basement in his 30s to becoming and owning a couple of companies right now. So then if a guy transcends from that to that, whoa, does he deserve multiple wives now? Because women still have a problem with that. I don't really think that women have, like, women really openly, and it's a thing where it's open, maybe privately, but not a thing where it's open, that in mass, they want any man to have multiple wives. I don't think that they expect and want any man to be able to have it, personally. I think they got a grievance with any man having it, and that's why that so-called comedian, Jess Hilarious, was exposing out that Shaquille O'Neal's got doing it. And made sure to mention the race. She could have just said that he had 4 women. But she made sure to mention the race because she wanted that black women groups to be like, oh, Shaquille O'Neal, he hates women, and his mama black, and his mama's a black woman, and she's black, and she's mama's a black woman. Forget all that, man. The color of a man's mom ain't got nothing to do with anything. Because all you women that are saying your mama black and that, so's your so-called dad then, isn't he? Isn't your dad the same color then? But look at how you talk to the Israelite man. You talk to the Israelite man so bad that Yahweh was like, yo, let me step in and hit these in where it hurts in their head top real quick, man, and remove all their hair. But do any women ever find and stumble upon this scripture? You know what I mean? You always want to try and teach men, oh, let me put my thing on it and tell these men that they're wrong about Edomites. And that then, mate, how about you read this? How about you somehow, right, read this verse? They always somehow skip over this and find their thumbs right on John 3:16, trying to think like we're just so dumb that we don't know what it means. But then they never find their thumbs on Romans 9. And then even when they do, oh, it don't mean he hates him. It means he loved him less. Well, why did it say the word hate then? It don't say love less. It says hate. And the hate so much, the love's like he loved less. Okay, the love's so much less that the judgment for them is extermination off the face of the earth. So what are you people talking about, man? Stop. No one should be trying to, if a man's got a problem with certain things, neither in the law, be trying to soothe him. No one ever tries to soothe a man and tell him, oh, it's all right, don't worry. No one ever tries to tell a man when men are trying to grind and make life nice for a potential wife. No one ever tells him, man, you shouldn't be doing that. You know about let her do her own thing. No one ever tells a man do that. So they don't tell him stop. They think, oh, that's a good and honorable thing. But then if a woman just goes to starts saying, oh, I'm starting to learn to cook for a potential, he can cook his own food. Who the fuck see? And if you do cook for him, if by chance he's lucky enough for you to cook for him, he better be paying every single bill. Mate, one of the things of the kingdom that we've got to look forward to is that we're not gonna ever hear that word again. In definitely not in no negative way anyway. Bill, mate, we ain't gonna hear that word no more, man. The bills. We ain't gonna hear bills anymore, man. If he ain't paying my bills, we ain't gonna hear that no more. Because as far as I see, it's not even worth a man, unless he knows the woman for a long time. It's not even worth a man paying for any of you women's bills because you're hoes. And the reason why men don't want to do all of these crazy high expectations that you women think that you deserve is because they know that another guy has not did that. He just had a ponytail, said, "What's up, ma?" He had a white vest on, some light denim jeans, and some Timberlands, and his NY cap on a twist. Yeah. And said, "Yo, what's up, ma?" And he liked his arms that they looked glistening in the sun. And you've slid with him. Don't play. He had a nice ponytail or one of them new age Chicago drill rapper hairstyles. And when he walked, you was like, "Girl, I like the way his hair bounced in the moonlight." And you danced off in the night with him. Or he might have had a different fade kind of, or some kind of bald head or whatever you liked about him, man. You liked his smell. He smelled like coconut and almonds. He smelled like coconut and vanilla. Or we had that Paco Rabanne on there. Or Paco Rabanne. And you liked him. You're like, "Ooh, I like the way his jeans fit. Ooh." And then you didn't care about no bills, none of that no more. So don't play, man. And if you want to say, "Oh, but you're not that guy," that's why you have to pay all that. Okay, you're not that woman. You're fat as hell. Your hair top stinks with all them hair hats that you're putting on there, right? We can be nasty buggers too. You can be nasty, mean cows. Let's use some of these English terminology. You can be a nasty cow, and we can be an horrible bastard. Yeah, if you want to have it like that, we can start bunning you women out too. For how you don't meet a certain standard, but you don't like it when that gets done, do you? You don't like that a man gets mocked for his height, that he can't change. But then you don't want to have to not be fat, which is for your own benefit too. Because it's unhealthy to be overweight. See what I mean? And your attitude stinks so bad that that's the reason why most of y'all can't grow no hair. Anyway, Isaiah chapter 3, I say all that to say this. Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 16. Moreover, Yahweh saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, ye proud as hell, and walk with stretched forth necks. You've got your head in the sky, right? So high, walking down the street. And some of you women, literally, I see you do that, man. When you think you've got it on and that. And some of y'all might look good when you're doing it, but you've got your outfit on and that. Yeah. And you got your head in the sky and you're walking and you're thinking that you got some invisible force field around you, and you haven't though. And the pride that you've got because of those clothes and all that outfit and that can be taken away instantly. And Yahweh's already really took it away from you. Because whatever even the most beautiful Israelite women in this world right now, you're not as beautiful as you would be if you didn't do the wickedness that you did in the past. And you're not nowhere near as good as you're going to look in the kingdom. But in this world so through, that it'll be women that are fat, right? Big arms, big 22-inch biceps on a woman that are fat, no? Arms built like bagels. And they'll be running their mouth. Yo, certain man can't even chat to me, you know? Certain man, mate, they don't want to. That's the thing. And then a lot of that putting that high standards on men thing is really an excuse for why you don't have a man as well. And let me say this as well to all you men out there, man. Just because a man sleeps with you, it don't mean that that's the kind of man that you can be within a relationship. Because some men will climb down from the level of woman that they want to sleep with another woman because she might do something more on the wild side that another woman, he don't think he can get her to do that. You know what I mean? Like, don't be thinking in your mind that you're some kind of high level woman just because, mate, nah. Because men can't try and think that they're some high level man and that they can get all kind of women because, oh, I took a 10 out of 10 out on a date last night and I bought her a dinner. And then I was sitting on another table though. She told me I could come out just to pay, but I sat on the other table there, but I was able to see her eating the food from my table though. And man, she ate the hell out of that food. So that's the kind of women I can get, because that's the kind of women that are allowing me to pay for all their dinners and all their bills. So that's my level. That's my level of woman that I can get. No, no one ain't gonna believe that. So why do you women believe that just because a man slept with you, that's your level? No, it's not your level. That's the man that slept with you. That's above your level. Don't be fooled, man. And walk with straight forth necks and one-ton eyes. Your eyes are always scanning up something new, man. If your man takes you out to a nice meal in a place that you normally wouldn't go, right? A lot of you will be scanning up the whole table trying to see what so-called ballers in there. Oh, see, my man took me out here for one meal, but I bet that bitch over there, she goes there every night with that man that she's with, and he looks like that's how some of you women will go on, man. Some of you women, your man will take you out to a nightclub reluctantly, by the way. Oh, let me just take her out to the nightclub because she just in my ears all the time, and she said that we're just gonna go there to dance. So oh yeah, I'll take my woman out to dance in this nightclub. And then the guy will take you out to dance in a nightclub, and then can you go and get us some drinks, honey? I'm thirsty. And then he'll go, yeah, I'll go get you some drinks, babe. Yeah, I'll go get a drink, babe. Yeah, oh. And then he comes back, and you're twerking it off on the next geezer. That's some of the things that you wicked scoundrel have did. And I'm not even saying that that's happened to me. But it's definitely happened to some man out there. And is any man immune from a woman trying to do something embarrassing to him? No, he ain't. Is every single man such a player that, oh man, I've got my thing certified. No woman could ever dare chat to me that way. Well, a woman chatted to King David in a certain way. When he was the king of Israel, the top man in our whole nation. And his woman was still trying to bun him out for dancing. She was mad that he was having a good time, man. He's having a good time dancing and singing praise unto the Lord. And she was just, was that my husband that I seen acting like a fool, like one of the foolish men of Israel? Who the hell did you think she was talking to? And he showed her, watch your mouth. He taught her a lesson, man, that a lot of wicked women in this society need to be taught too, man. He cast her away, and she ain't getting no children. But in this world, you can't even do that. That kind of punishment can't even happen in this world. The best you could do is cast a woman away, and then within like a week or two, she's gonna be with the next geezer anyway, trying to ruin your life. The reason why I left him is because he was too controlling. He was trying to tell me, and yeah, okay, he was a King David, but that daughter of Saul right now in this kingdom, if she would have been removed from King David, she would have, okay, yeah, he's King David and that, but how comes he didn't even kill Goliath that skillfully anyway? I didn't even really like the way how he killed King David. I mean, how he killed Goliath. Like he didn't really. And okay, he got a little 200 foreskins to date me, but I'm worth 400 foreskins. Is that all he thinks I'm worth? And I'm not gonna be. And okay, he's made me not have to cook and clean all dishes, but I don't even like this kingdom. That's how these wicked Eves would go on now. If that's how she would have tried to go on now in this world, man, she would have been trying to run her mouth. If that woman's back on the earth in a reincarnation, she'd be causing some man hell again right now. She'd be getting on some man's nerves that might be so-called high value right now, getting on his damn nerves, man. Some Tiana Taylor type woman, man, running her damn chocolate mouth all over town. Walking and mincing as they go. So they got straight forth next, got their head all up in the clouds. No one can't tell me nothing. I'm an alpha female. They got one-ton eyes. Ooh, I like what he's wearing. Oh, see, my man's all right and that, but he don't know how to dress like this guy. Oh, but he doesn't, like, watching, just stalking up and coveting other women's lives. Their man's bought them this and that now. And now you've seen it and now you want to have your man buy that for you when you never wanted it before. You never cared. You didn't even know that brand of clothing existed. You didn't even, you're walking on the street and you see a woman with a shopping bag. That's one of them expensive looking ones. You don't even know what's in the bag. You just seen the bag name and you kind of seen what other things the woman's wearing and you think it's expensive. So now you come home in a mood, looking at your man sideways. He ain't ever bought me nothing from Paco Rabanne by Balaga Bidini's Italia restaurant. He ain't never bought me nothing from that jewelry, from Stephanie Bethany's jewelry store. So he's dead. But then do you want your man to come home and I've seen a stunning woman and be like, raw, the way how the waist went in and then the hips went out. And then when she turned around, it was like, raw. And then when I seen her face, I was like, yo. And the way how she smelled, Ross. Do you want your man to see a woman like that and then come home and be like, see you? And be like, oh, see what I mean, man. There she goes again. There, do you want that? No, you don't. But you don't have a problem doing that to men though in this world, or you wicked ass women out there, man. And again, someone's gonna say, "Oh, see, he's mate." Just because I'm saying these things, that don't even mean I'm saying about my life, man. I'm saying it though because this is things that's real that happens, man. And even if it was me saying it about my life, or was me saying it about anyone else's life, that's a man out there in this world, whoever's life it is that I'm talking about, does it make it not true? These are true things, man. And then some men even help women put these high standards on men and say, oh, the woman should be able to escape this and escape that if she does this and she does that. But when does the man ever escape his role then? Women in this world have literally been told, you can make all the money you want in this world right now, right? But a man's never expected for you to use any of it in his life ever, right? And then once you get with a new man, all the things that you've ordered now, monthly payments, subscriptions, and all these different things, all your wages and everything that you've now made, you shouldn't have to lose out on any of that stuff now. Even though you're not going to be doing that job no more because you said you don't want to. Now the man that you get with now has to start taking on all of those things. You see what I mean? But what does the woman have to ever expected to take on for what the man's used to be doing before? Oh, the man used to have free time to do this and to do that, and him picking up this new woman, he's not expected to be able to still keep that free time that made him be even worthwhile to now do all of these and to be even attractive to this woman. He's expected to give up more of his time now. This world's hypocritical, man, and it's sickening. Walking and mincing as they go and making a tinkling with their feet, but making up bare noise. And that's what you women do. You make up bare noise with your high heels. You make up bare noise with them loud outfits that you be wearing. Gal them leg out. Gal them batty crease hanging out. Gal them chest out. Gal them face out. Gal them arm out. Gal them calf out. Gal them toes hanging out. Yeah. Everything on show out here. Yeah. Women walking around with some damn near vests that are like with dresses that are made out of like string vest kind of material, see-through things and all these kind of stuff, wearing like that. And then if a man looks, oh, why you look? Oh man, you're making me nervous, mate. Didn't you know that didn't you look in the mirror before you came out the house? Because we know that you mean look at the front of your outfit when you come out the house, and then you turn and you look and see what your ass looks like when you do getting dressed as well. You do that, so you would have saw that your underwear is on show. And there's one of these recent women as well, man, that they fake like they're about men's rights and that. And she went to some Glorilla concert and she's got a man. And she went to some concert like that. But she was trying to make, I was wearing a young girl outfit. Mate, you knew what you was trying to wear and you wanted people to be trying to say that you're hot. And you wanted to dress like a hoe. And you went out and you dressed like a hoe, man. Don't try and play games. But she was trying to make it like she didn't do that. And she tries to talk about women doing this and women doing that. But the way how she carries herself, her man wouldn't really be too pleased about her wanting to carry herself like that, going outside in some outfits where they're rip when she's outside and it's all see-through mesh kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And she's got to wear a bodysuit under it. Otherwise, her in her own words, coochie would be on show if she didn't go outside with a bodysuit underneath her outfit. Why are you wearing that for? When you go outside and you're not with your man, and you shouldn't be wearing it when you're with your man and outside neither. Trying to all be all up in the camera and pretend like she's not trying to show her ass to the people that are, you know what I mean? Like on the video that she's recording. She was trying to do all of that. You even think you're slick and you're not as smart as you think you are. And the proof is gonna be when this society falls and everyone's allowed to do whatever they want to do, you men are not going to be too wise for that time. You're not going to be too strong for that time. and you're not going to be too rich for that time neither. You're going to be too weak in every category, including faith. Apart from a few certain chosen women out there that are not going to be wicked like that, man. And anyone that wants to get mad that I'm talking like this, well, you could have stopped the video a long time ago, man. But we all know that women are outrageous in this society, man. We know this to be true. It's just true. And every single time a man will even tell another man, you're tripping, thinking that you deserve multiple wives when you barely even can pay all the bills. A man will tell a man that, right? But then that man himself might actually be a high earner, and a woman ain't never told you you can have multiple wives. They don't even expect you to have multiple wives. You might have to sneak around for you to have it, and you might make like 10 times what that other guy that you was running out makes. But you aren't even expected to be able to have it neither. They don't want no man to have it, really. And then women want to make money and all of these things that they say they want to do, but to what end? To what end is it that women want to make money? Because really, if we're being honest, a lot of women secretly, they have penis envy, where they really wish there was a man. But then they don't want to have to do what men are expected to do. They don't want to have to pay for every single thing. But then they want to boast about how they're making their own money. So why even telling people about your money for when you don't want to spend none of it? Why is it even relevant that you make any money then? What's the point of you talking about it? And men that have ran out of their wits for women, some of them will even say, yeah, you men shouldn't be expecting a woman to pay for nothing for you. Okay, so then what's the point of a woman even having any money then? Oh, she's supposed to have her own money so that she can always, just in case the relationship goes bad, bounce from me and have. But what about my money then? Should I be making some secret fund on myself in case this woman bounces from me, which she's more likely to do than I'm likely to bounce from her? Should I now be making some secret fund because and should she now be expected to start doing some things because I wash the dishes more than her in a week? Oh, I washed the dishes and I cooked and cleaned more than her in the relationship, so now she's supposed to take on my thing now. Does anybody ever say that? No, they don't. Instead, they'll try and if men and women was to switch roles, which I'm not saying that they should be doing that, but if they was, they'd try and mock a man. That if a man had his woman going out and working for him, and making, if a man had 10 women, and they'd try and mock that guy. They'd try and find a way to make them 10 wives. Be like, so you're trying to tell me you all go to work and he just stays? Well, what's he doing? And if all of them was happy about that relationship, they'd try and be like, nah, you shouldn't be doing that for this guy. He's supposed to make all the money. They'd say that. But then when a man's going out and making all the money to be able to have 1,000 wives, 2,000, they don't say about him, oh, he should be able to have multiple wives, leave him alone, shut your mouth. They don't ever say that. In fact, people even complain in this world when one man and his wife have like 12 children. Oh, so what's he doing with all them kids? Why do you care? Mind your business. Back to this, verse 17. Therefore shall Yahweh smite with the scabbard crown of the head of the daughters of Zion. And Yahweh will discover their secret parts, and he's discovered your secret parts, man. You mean of putting your secret parts out there in this world? All on TikTok, all on Instagram, all on podcasts, running your mouth. Exposing everything, man. Exposing your men's text messages, exposing who's sliding in your DMs, exposing whose grass you've ate. Oh, I ate his grass last night. He likes having his grass ate. Yeah? But you like eating grass? So you're both exposed if you ask me. Or you're both exposed, fam. But I'm exposing this guy. He likes having his grass ate. Oh, and you like eating grass? You like eating grass, and he likes having his grass ate. You're both off. You're both demons, man. Both of y'all are wicked as hell. And Yahweh discovered their secret parts, man. He's exposed you, women. Yahweh literally knew before the foundation of the world he was going to make TikTok. He was going to make a human on the earth make TikTok, and it was going to expose you women's wicked ass secret parts, man. He was gonna cry on cam. He was gonna be crying in your house, and they'd be like, "No, wait, let me hold the tears in a second. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Open up TikTok, record, go live. Girl, I'm tired of these dates. Man, there's just not no real men anymore. On pause, record, stop, play, and then you know what I mean. He knew that women was gonna do that. He knew you was gonna be so bugged out that he's gonna be crying full tears, and then be like, you know what? Let me not don't go to and get a tissue and dry my eyes and really think about whether I'm actually should like actually in a situation that I deserve to be in with all this crying. No, I'm gonna go and record myself crying on camera. It's just not right, man. I mean, just these men are sassy these days, and they're sassy these days. I mean, I'm only 5'2" and 265 pounds. I deserve a high value man. No, you don't. You understand? No, you don't deserve that, man. But these women used to go and call Kevin Samuel. Let's get this down to the bottom of this. Women used to call up Kevin Samuels. They used to call him. He'd be in his house with that moving statue monument thing in there, swizzling around, talking about what fragrance he's got. This is the fragrance of the week. What in the French toast? He be doing all that, yeah, with his glasses on and that suit night and all this, yeah. Doing his monologue first, and then women would call him in. What's your name? What's your name, and where'd you come from? And they'd be like, first of all, mate, you called him. Why are you running your mouth like that? You called him up. And he was an image consultant, and you would be trying to get rating and wanting all this and wanting to tell you this and tell you that. But you didn't book a session and pay. You always wanted it for free. And they called him, by the way. He never called them up and said, you're average at best. No, they called him up and wanted a rating a lot of the time, man. And when he gave them the rating, they didn't like it. And one woman, he rinsed her out so bad that she stole his whole show. And she now does the same thing. And even though she says that some of these women are delusional, she's still delusional herself. And then Pop the Balloon started coming on. And there used to be a TV show for some brothers that live over here in England and that they'll know. There used to be a TV show in England called Take Me Out, right? That had this comedian called Paddy McGuinness, I believe his name is. And that TV show would be that a man would come down in like a lift, right? And there'd be like 20 to 30 women, I think. And they'd all turn their light off, right? They'd all turn their light off if they don't like him and keep their light on if they do like him, right? And then afterwards, he'd have the chance, if he was able to get through enough filtering processes of them find out where it works and stuff like that. And then afterwards, he'd get the chance to start turning off their lights. And you'd just hear the lights turn off. Doom, 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 doom. Yeah? And the show was called Take Me Out, man. And it'd be like, no likey, no lighty. Yeah? And then after, when they get to go on a date and they say, guess where you're going? You're going to Fernando's, right? Everyone, if people in the UK, brothers might have watched, I watched it. If that means I'm a waste man or whatever, well, it is what it is. What it is. But I used to watch that show, man, and it was that concept really is, in my opinion, where they got that pop the balloon thing from, right? Before there was balloons, like the balloon is the cheaper way of doing that show that used to be in the UK called Take Me Out. Right, but now you got these pop the balloon shows, and the women on there, they still ain't got no damn manners. You have women that are going to singles events, and they still ain't came to a conclusion. You know what? I've had to go to I'm going to singles events, so clearly I'm struggling to find the kind of men that I want. But I'm going to singles events, man, and they still ain't came to a conclusion. Maybe I'm the problem. They're still always thinking that men are the problem, and women are quick to want to judge men for what they look like, but they don't want to be judged for what they look like, though. Even though they judge themselves for what they look like, because they're quick to put makeup on and quick to cover their own hair with another woman's hair. So they're judging what they look like themselves. They judge their, fam. They judge their own eyebrows, man. They tweeze off their own eyebrows. They judge their own eyelashes. They change their eyelashes to make their eyelashes look longer. They judge their own skin tone. They wear makeup to make their skin tone look different. To make their skin tone look brighter, their complexion look brighter. They judge themselves. They get BBLs because they're judging their own glutes. They don't like what their glutes look like. They think they're too small or whatever. So they're judging them and they're making them bigger through fake means. But then men can't judge a woman's appearance though, but you've judged it yourself. There's too much hypocrisy. And this world basically thinks that a man ain't supposed to be able to have nothing, man. He's supposed to sit down, shut your mouth, and the first woman that comes to you with the honor of you paying all her bills, you better pay them bills, sucker. You better pay them bills, Nilla. And when she wants to go on a holiday, you better pay that too. When you take her out in a restaurant, you better pay all the bill, all the starters that she bought, you better pay for them. If she orders an aperitif, you better buy that. If she orders wines, you better buy that too. And when the bill comes, you better put a tip there too, because you ain't about to make her reputation in the society go down. And then that's date one. Date two better be better than that, Nilla. That's what they think it's supposed to be. And the woman that's expecting it, she's not a virgin, by the way. She probably got drilled out after you took her home from that date. By you guessed it, Pookie and Ray Ray. The nerve of this society, man, what it expects men to have to deal with, man. The nerve, fam. But I got good news. The kingdom of heaven's coming, and we're not even gonna expect when the kingdom of heaven's coming. When the kingdom of heaven is established, we're not gonna really expect our heathen servants to have to go through this shit that we're going through now. We ain't never gonna make them go through it, man. But you are all gonna get served up a wicked ass whooping for what you've helped us have to deal with in this society, man. 1,000 years worth, by the way. There ain't no way of you getting the sunny side and us being a light unto Gentiles that you like to talk about so much, right? There ain't no way y'all are gonna even come close to anything like that until you've had to deal with what we've had to deal with, man. Y'all are gonna have to pay for what y'all have did to us. It's going to happen. And if even if I don't live to see it happen, it's gonna happen. The elect are gonna be on this earth and they're gonna be sealed and they're gonna be changed by Yahushua, and you're going into captivity when Yahushua comes back. You're going. Verse 18, in that day, Yahweh will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet, and their calls, and their round ties like the moon. The chains and the bracelets and the mufflers, the bonnets and the ornaments of the legs, and the headbands, and the tablets and the earrings, the rings and the nose jewels, the changeable suits of apparel, and the mantles and the wimples and the crisping pins. Yahweh's already did this to the children of Israel and to the daughters of Zion. He's already did it once. You think that women was worrying about crisping pins, rings and nose jewels, chains, bracelets, mufflers, right? Bonnets, the glasses, the finery in the hoods and the veils when Israel was being seized by the Babylonians. You think it when Israel was being besieged and when they were starving to, you think it was like, yo, I gotta put my bonnet on. I can't be seen in public looking like this. You think they cared about that? No. They was worried about what they're gonna eat, man. And that's what it's gonna get like again. There ain't gonna be no makeup artist. The makeup artist is gonna be starving. She ain't gonna have time to do all that witchcraft that she's doing to make you and me look like something out here. She ain't gonna have the time. And some men might be so spiteful with their hatred towards you women that are rightly deserving of that anger. They might burn down some of these places that you would normally want to run to try and get all this makeup, man. Or they might hoard it and steal the resources and be like, if you want some of these things, what are you gonna do for me, fam? Don't think that can't happen. But makeup's not gonna be makeup is for times of luxury, and that's why you mean try and make out like you only do your makeup for yourself, but when you're at home, you don't put it on. If you was to knock on any of these women's doors, right, just early in the morning on a normal day when they're not going out nowhere, they wouldn't have makeup on, but they do it for themselves. Yeah, okay. Keep telling yourself that, mate. You're a liar. You're a liar. You do it to either make men lust after you or to compete with other women. To try and make other women feel bad about themselves. And that's why women all do all these crazy eyebrows and all this mad stuff and that. Like, is because part of them think men like that. And it's also to compete with other women. It's not really for yourself, as you say. It's not, man. Some of it might be when you do it, when sometimes we might put makeup on at home to try and pick a certain kind of different look, what they want to have when they go outside in public. That might be for themselves at that moment, I guess, maybe. But then the real way when they're hoping to get use out of that is when they go outside and show other people that thing, that look that they've tried to create with their makeup, man. And men wouldn't have as much of a problem with women doing the makeup thing if they wasn't so arrogant because of it, man. To where they think that they really look like what they look like with makeup on. And try and compare them putting on makeup to a man having a beard, which is natural. And the beard grows out of his face. Verse 24, and it shall come to pass, instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink. And instead of a girdle, a rent. And that's why a lot of you women's physiques, the Israelite woman's physique, it's not right no more, man. And some of y'all think because some Jamaican man's outside of William Hill say, hey, yeah, that thing roundy, the thing fatty. Mate, okay, is that your standard of what? Okay, you think you fly now? Because a couple of Benjamites was trying to holler at you while drinking a red stout, mate. Dragon stout or whatever the hell it's called, man. I never had one. That's don't mean I'm better than other Jake. I probably might like the taste. If I was to have one, man, I might like it. You know what I mean? I've had a super malt before. You know what I mean? Big deal, mate. You know what I mean? That don't mean I'm the ultimate Benjamite now, because I've had a super malt. I ain't ever had a 40 ounce. I ain't been to America, but I might like the taste of them too if I was to ever have one. Who knows, man? You know what I mean? But the evil thing that she's fly because a couple of Jakes sipping on 40 ounces. Yo, man, that ass fat like a motherfucker, shawty. All right. Oh, wow. I guess you I guess you should be on the runway model now, ain't you? Because a couple of thirsty mans that you don't even like was like, hey, what's up, mom? And trying to grab your hand as you're going into the gas station. So now you think that your body's right. Mate, they just wanted a quick one. They didn't, you think they really liked you? No. They just wanted a quick one, mate. And they thought you would be easy enough to do it for. Like, what are y'all talking about, man? But women don't know anything about men. It don't seem like in this world. Men know things about women, though. Men actually research things about women to where they understand how to get the woman. Women don't research much about men. They don't understand why a man would want a woman to cook. They think, oh, I'm sure a man showing me he loves me and he's prepared to take care of me if he pays all my bills. Well, okay, wouldn't a woman be showing a man that she loves him then if she's prepared to cook for him and she knows that he wakes up at a certain time and she's prepared to make him food and she's always just asks him, oh, are you hungry? Oh, are you hungry? And some women in this world will be doing that right now. Some will be doing it, man. But the majority are not doing that. And women don't put an expectation on the women to have to do that. But men put an expectation on men. Don't be trying to expect that you want no women if you don't have this and don't have that. Men will say that to men. Not every single man says it, but enough men will say it to where men will kind of know that they're being ridiculous with what they're expecting if they ain't got this and ain't got that. But women don't ever really say it to women though. Girl, you're saying you want a man that makes this amount of money a year and you are fat as hell like that? Girl, you're calling into a podcast to get a husband and you've already got one? It's like women have used to call into that Kevin Samuels show, right? And they've got a man. And I'm pretty sure, man, I don't want to bear false witness, but I'm pretty sure one time a woman called into the show and a man was in the other room, fam. And she was calling, talking about how do I get a higher value man? Huh? What are you doing? That is absolutely ridiculous. And the reason why I read this Isaiah 3, because this is the reason why you may not have no hair. And instead of a girdle of rent, verse 24, and instead of well set hair, boldness. That's the reason why most of y'all can't grow no hair. That's the reason why all y'all have to be in the hair shop with that big steaming device on your head, yeah. Girl, my hair just don't grow. I put all kind of oils in it and all kind of creams, and it just won't grow. Yeah, because your attitude still stinks. So the spiritual reason why it won't grow 1 millimeter, yeah, is because your attitude stinks. So Yahweh's made physical things take place on earth to where your hair don't grow. He's made heathens make all these crazy creams and things for you to put in your hair to make it not grow. Because your attitude stinks. And Yahweh's used earthly means to make your hair not grow. But the reason why your hair won't grow is spiritual. And the spiritual forces are causing for you to do those physical things, but where your hair won't grow. And none of y'all have figured it out yet. None of y'all have said, you know what, girls? Hey, girl, our hair don't grow, sweetie. And we're all high value queens out here. And we're snap, snap, click, click, fingers and clicking, clicking. Yeah. And we're grabbing grapes. And we're grabbing grapes out of the sky. Yeah. And we're just queens, boss queen. Let's fix our attitude and show the men of Israel that we know how to do our thing, you know. None of y'all ever say that. You go into the hair salon with a bag of hair in one arm and a handbag in the other, and you slap the hair down and say, pattern this into my head, man. That's what y'all do. You walk like, mate, you can't tell me nothing about this because I've seen my family women in my family do it, man. I remember being a young kid in the Midlands, man, going into a hair salon with my mom, and we would be in that hair salon for what seemed like hours, mate. Like at least 4 or 5 hours, man. In that hair salon while my mom's having her hair done, and my mom would walk in there with a bag of hair, mate. That would get put into her head. Don't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. Now, I ain't really saw no shops like that again. But that's because I don't know. I don't need to be looking for them kind of places. But that's what will be still happening inside of those shops. Women walking in there with a bag of hair. Yeah. And then the hair ends up in their head. Say I'm lying. And you would be a liar. We know what happened. We know the procedures of you Israelite women. We know, fam. Now, my mom don't do them things no more because she's older now. But she used to, though. And most of you young Israelite women, you do that stuff still now. And you're proud. You've got attitude towards Israelite men. But you don't even have your own hair in your head. And the reason why you don't have your own hair in your head is because of your attitude. And y'all ain't figured it out. And instead of a stomacher, a girding of sackcloth and burning instead of beauty. And that's why even like the Israelite woman, when she's on, the most attractive Israelite women are the most attractive women in the world. Facts, right? But the average Israelite woman does not look like that. I do not believe that the average Israelite woman looks like that. If another brother out there, he thinks that they do, well, that's him. That's not a reason for me and that brother to have a grievance with each other. Different men like what different women look like. Some men might like women that are 120 pounds. Some men might like women that are 100 pounds. Some men might like women that are 130 pounds, 140. Some men might like women that are 200 pounds. He's not alphabet community if he likes that. It's a woman. You understand? But I don't like women that are big like that, man. I don't. But if another brother does, that's up to him, right? That's not a sin, is it? There's nowhere in the scripture where it says it's a sin if a man likes women that are what I might say are big. He might think that the woman that I like are skinny, that they're anorexic. For he could. That's not ultimately none of my business. You see what I mean? But this world, man, is all over the place in hypocrisy. Verse 25, thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the war, and her gate shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground. Because all them men that normally make an excuse for you women, yo, you man are talking about women, and you ain't even got this, and you ain't even got, you need to focus on your money first. Okay. And then if the man does that, then, like you've been doing it supposedly since you're telling everybody else to do it, is he now allowed multiple wives then? Oh, nah, he's supposed to just have one woman. He ain't King David. So he shouldn't be having, okay. So what standard does he have to do to become King David then? Because then if he meets that standard now, you know what he's going to be expecting though, don't you? But you'll notice how in this world, they try and make it very blurred lines what a man's supposed to be able to do before he can have this and have that. You know what I mean? But what a woman's supposed to expect, oh, that's guaranteed, certified, because she was born a queen. Do you know what I mean? She was born a queen, or she was born a queen, and she was born a 10 out of 10 as well. Just in case you didn't know. Every woman's a queen. Every woman's a 10 out of 10. And the 10 out of 10 women are all, it doesn't matter if she's 250 pounds, it doesn't matter if she's 130 pounds, it doesn't matter if she's got green eyes, brown, doesn't matter if she's got long hair, no hair, bald as hell, doesn't matter if she's got a tattoo of a damn donut on her cheek, doesn't matter if she's got an upside down cross underneath her left eye, you know what I mean? Doesn't matter if she's got a septum nose ring in her ears. She's a queen and she's a 10 out of 10. And you'll be honored if she lowered her, if she climbed down of her throne of being a queen from the queendom of queening, yeah, and allowed you the honor to pay all her bills. That's what this world is trying to tell mans out here. And the woman shouldn't have to be under no standard. Don't ask her where she's been. She's a strong, independent woman. Don't ask her where she's been. Don't even dare ask her if she's going out to the club last tonight. Don't ask her nothing, right? She's a strong, independent queen, and she can do whatever she wants to do, and you're paying for all of it, by the way. But she's allowed to monitor your almonds, though. She's allowed to monitor your almonds. She's allowed to go through your phone. If you go to a nice restaurant and the waitress is kind of hot, you better not even look at her. You better not even look at her, mate. If she sees you a woman that's hot walking down the street, woman that's walking down the streets hot, you better not even look at that woman, because that's dishonoring your woman. But is she gonna look at a man that she thinks is attractive when she's walking down the street? Is she gonna when you walking in the street with her and a nice car pulls up? Is she gonna be zooming her 1-ton eyes all up into the car? Oh, who's driving that? Oh wow, oh wow, that's a real man there. You see what I mean? Like, you people can't tell us nothing, man. You people can't try and tell us nothing about this world because we've lived in it and we know what you people do, man. We know the hypocrisy of you demons out there, man. And Isaiah 4:1, by the way. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. So all this women's talk of them being worth this and worth that, Yahweh's deliberately made you men have all these things that you like to try and talk about so much, man. And even though some women are going to be talking about, oh, I'll pay my own this, and the man's going to be like, you know what, go ahead and do it. But I'm still not making you be called by my name. I'm not dishonoring my name like that. Bounce. Oh, I'll wear my own bread. I'll eat my own bread. And I'll wear my own apparel. All right, go on, crack on, mate. Because I don't want none of your bread anyway. And some men are going to say, you know what? Allow the apparel, but I'm stealing your bread. And these are not going to be men of the Lord. These are going to be men in the world, though. Some women are going to try and come to men. Oh, please help me. The man's going to be like, yo, what food you got, man? I'm stealing that. Now, people can think, oh, that would never happen. Nah, there's always going to be some strong men to protect women out there. All right. You keep thinking that. You keep thinking that, man. But if you think that you haven't been paying attention to what the prophecies in the Bible say are going to be happening, man, that's not what's going to be happening. If you think that the world's just going to be so sunny side up for women all the time and they're just always going to be able to try and tell men what a real man is, women are always going to be able to tell a man what a real man is, but men can never tell a woman what a woman's supposed to be doing, though. But women can always tell a man what a real man is. Oh, a real man wouldn't do this and wouldn't do that. Or a real woman would do this and do. Oh, you can't tell. You can't speak for all women. You can't. But they can always somehow speak for men, though, innit? Yeah, right, man. It's BS down here, bro. Let's be real in life. And some people have took that women worshipping thing so far that they're prepared to lie on the lords of Yahweh, man. You're lying. Oh, monogamy is in the Bible. You're a liar. You're a liar and you're lying, man. You're a liar that's lying and you're a liar if you're saying that, bro. And you're more scared of women that snap their fingers than Yahweh that lives in the heavens that can kill off the soul, mate. You're more intimidated by a woman that's scared to wear her real hair outside in public than you are scared of Yahweh that made that woman that you're bowing down to. You're a dummy if you're doing that, man. Women are special to a certain degree, man, and men do things for women. A woman's the man's glory. But our glory in this world is really tainted for the most part, man. Even a woman that does good things for a man, occasionally she gets a spirit that jumps on her, man. But then when a man says something like this, the first thing that most women are going to be thinking is, yeah, but what about when a spirit jumps on you, though? They never want to look inwardly, ever. But men are always expected to look inwardly on themselves, though, innit? But no one ever tries to put the same thing on women, man, and it's quite sickening, fam. It really, truly is a very sickening thing that we found down here, and it shows that women are not designed to rule the world because they would never, ever in their life, act out the laws of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. If they caught a woman that committed adultery, right, they wouldn't want to act out Leviticus, the 20th chapter on that woman for committing adultery. They wouldn't want to do those things that's necessary. They wouldn't want to be like, yeah, the judgment is this. She was an adulterer. The judgment is this. And the man too. They'd be happy for the man to do it. They were like, yeah, let the man die, man. They wouldn't care. But they wouldn't be happy for the woman to go through it. And that's not supposed to be done in this world, by the way. I've just got to say that as well. But I'm saying what the law says, though. But they'd be quick to tell a man that he has to pay for a woman every single thing that she needs, though. But then quick to try and make a woman escape anything that she might have to be required to do. And it's disgusting. I personally find it absolutely sickening that women actually really expect like the greatest things for the lowest price. You can't go into Bentley with some Groupon vouchers talking about I want a car. You can't go into Bentley or Rolls Royce with some flipping McDonald's vouchers, them $1.99 vouchers for the fries and a Big Mac that they used to give you and that, and be like, yo, can I get $2.99 off? I've collected loads of these. Can I use these to buy this Rolls Royce, please? They were like, what the fuck are you doing here? But women want to try and come with mediocre things all the time to try and get the man of their dreams when they ain't when they ain't the man's woman of his dreams. They want their dream man without having to even meet any category that would be a dream woman for a man. I remember when I was younger, my nan had a whole big, like, I don't even know what to call it, man. But she had like enough recipe books, man. She had a recipe like folder almost, you could call it, man. And it's almost like what if you've ever watched Hannibal, what Hannibal had, man, the TV show Hannibal, where he flicks through and he's got all them different recipes. My nan had something like that in her house. I remember that. And when she passed away, he got passed down onto my mother. She had a whole, like, my nan had a whole recipe book thing, man, that she used to go through, and she had enough recipes in there, like hundreds. And she would cook them things, man. She had vegetables outside and all that in her garden, and she'd farm those, man. And then bring them into the house and eat them things. But women in this world, they don't even want to learn to cook. They want to make their man. They wouldn't even be like, you know what, to their man, get me some $500 ingredients or some £500 high quality ingredients and bring them to the house, and I'll cook those expensive ingredients that you bought. Bring them to my house and I'm gonna cook you a nice meal. No, they don't want to do that. They don't want to say, okay, spend £200 on the meat, or get some nice sides, that expensive ass vegetables that are gonna be freshly and high quality, and get some expensive $100 wine, whatever expensive wine is, man, and spend the £500 that way, right? And bring it to my house, or I'll bring it to yours, and then I'm a cook for you there. No, they want you to go to a restaurant and spend that 500. You know what I mean? They want the 500 spent just on food. They don't want to make a man a $500 meal. They wouldn't know how to. They wouldn't know how to, for starters, some of them, man. Some of them. And even the ones that can, they wouldn't want to. And it's sickening, because men are expected to do everything, and it will even be men that meet the standard of wealth and all that stuff, yeah, that will tell other men, yo, don't be, what are you even talking about, little Nilla? You don't even make no money enough, and it's okay. But then women don't even expect you to be able to have that neither. And you do meet the standard. But women ain't even trying to hear you say that you can have it neither. Eventually they get bogged out that you've got multiple women and try and spaz on you and try and run you out of your pockets. So really, they don't want no man to be able to have anything fun in life, man. They don't want, can we live once, bro? 2 Ezra chapter 16 and verse 33. The virgin shall mourn having no bridegrooms. They ain't gonna see some women, they don't need no men. Well, don't worry. You're gonna get your wish. There ain't gonna be no bridegrooms for you, no new women, man. The women shall mourn having no husbands. Oh, your husband ain't this and your husband ain't that. All right. Well, you're not gonna have one soon. The daughter shall mourn having no helpers, because the husband, which would have been the woman's wife, well, his daughter's not gonna have her dad around because he's gonna be gone. And how is he gonna go? Verse 34, in the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Men are gonna be starving to death out here, man. They're gonna die of starvation. Or they're gonna die in war. That's what's gonna be happening. So ain't no telling how that's gonna come to pass. That men are gonna end up starving to where the women survive famines, but the men die from famine. That's spiritual. Because normally in a famine, it's everyone for themselves, man. But Yahweh's gonna be making men die from famine, and women are gonna survive that famine, so that they can have no husbands. And if any woman stumbled upon this video and you're still proud after hearing all this stuff, and you've managed to go all the way through this, well, and you're still proud, well, there's something not right in your head. You ain't right in the head if you're still proud from hearing all of this. Don't expect all the time, and don't expect that you have to give nothing, man. Because there's a certain group of men that Yahweh's been building up over time, been burning in the in the furnace of affliction, man. Been crafting them slowly but surely, taking out this thing from their life, taking out, and them men are going to be the new rulers of the next kingdom, and they're not going to want women that are like how you're talking, because even the top men of this kingdom now don't even want you women. So why the hell are those men in the new kingdom that's built on righteousness going to want you? And on that, excuse me, on that I'm going to say shalom.